Up now, a Daily Mail TV exclusive, Sparrow out. Superstar Johnny Depp has been dropped by Disney from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. DailyMail.com spoke exclusively to Stuart Betty, the original scriptwriter for the films, about Disney leaving Sparrow behind.
I think he's had a great run. I mean, obviously he's made that character his own, and it's become the thing that he's most famous for now, you know, and kids all over the world love him as that character. So I think, you know, it's been great for him.
The argument could be made that the world really doesn't need to see another Pirates of the Caribbean movie. But when the franchise as a whole has earned over $4.5 billion at the box office and sort of rests into the hands of this pop culture that is Disney, there was little chance that the Black Pearl was going to sail off into the sunset just yet. Now, the fifth installment, Dead Man Tells No Tales, may have been the lowest grossing film in the 5-film franchise since the original back in 2003, but a $795 million global total is hardly a small change. And I'm going to be honest, the Mickey Mouse house was, and still are, keen to keep milking this franchise for all it's worth. But they are thinking about doing all this now going forward without Johnny Depp. What? Now, I'll be the first to admit, I have an obsession with Pirates of the Caribbean, movies and pirates in general. For as long as I can sort of remember, I have always loved pirates. I remember my family taking me to Jamaica once and entering a place named Port Royal. And ironically, that's a known location within the films. But I distinctly remember actually witnessing pirate ruins around that specific area. And that seemed to be the only thing I sort of would have on my mind. I was just sort of enthralled with it. Between the guns, between the pirate ships, parrots, swords. There is not much for a young boy to sort of dislike about pirates in general, right? So when the first movie came out, being The Curse of the Black Pearl, a 5-year-old me was sort of very enthusiastic to go and see it. Though I was young and a few of the scenes sort of scared me, I was very, very fond of the movie. I have rewatched the first movie dozens of times, and I think I've watched all the others at least 10. But listen, I'm not here to speak about my personal reasons on what I think makes this franchise great, but I'm here to speak about mainly why I feel the franchise will fail without this catalyst of a character that made this franchise a global phenomenon to what it's sort of known for today, and that being Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. I remember when Jack Sparrow sort of first stumbled onto the big screen, sort of Johnny Depp's performance blew a cool blast of sea air, and he sort of made a film based on a theme park ride at Disneyland, more entertaining than it had the right to be. Jack Sparrow was sort of a drunk with rotten teeth who could probably steal your gold and your girlfriend. You'd probably forgive him because he was just so damn charming. You know, I mean, the guy made Han Solo look like an accountant. He may have been clumsy, but like a monk practicing drunken fist, he was far more capable than he appeared. In fact, he gave the first impression of always being one step ahead, playing the fool to turn the spotlight away from himself and onto a dull choir boy, which being Will Turner. At the time of the film's release, Johnny Depp had sort of carefully cultivated himself into this sort of mysterious aura. I mean, his name on a poster was a seal of quality. I guarantee that this would be an unusual, electric performance that would sort of define whatever film he'd chosen to grace his presence with. Johnny Depp was like a very different breed of leading men when it comes to actors. An eccentric outsider, the romantic outcast who made Brad Pitt and George Clooney look like soccer dads. He was the man our girlfriends salivated over, and you know, he looked like he couldn't care less. Tattooed and bejeweled, I mean effortlessly cool, intelligent and witty. He gave the impression that he spent his spare time sort of doing impossibly interesting things with other impossible cool people. A reckless rebel who didn't give a toss if those stuffy executives at Disney thought of his, quote, gay pirate. So, I mean, the years have passed now, and Johnny Depp's quirky performances have started to sort of blend into one another, Edward Scissorhands was sort of the first taste of Johnny Depp as a sort of child-friendly lunatic. And I mean, I think Jack Sparrow sort of defined that idea forever. I mean, there's only so many eccentric personalities inside one man. Only so many times you can put on face paint and prance about for sort of Tim Burton before it becomes stale. Willy Wonka, Sweeney Todd, Mad Hatter, Tonto, Mordecai. It all felt like Jack Sparrow's illegitimate children. They sort of shared his DNA, but inherited little of his charm. We didn't let Johnny Depp forget Jack Sparrow, and in turn, Johnny Depp wouldn't let us forget about his rock star pirate. Pirates of the Caribbean movies churned out of Hollywood at an alarming pace. I mean, each repetition coming out closer to replicating the experience of a theme park ride. You know, we're now at Pirates of the Caribbean 5, and the franchise has sort of followed the original formula from the original first film. People have got to understand that Johnny Depp isn't just the huge highlight of this franchise. He is the franchise. It's his creation, and through his exceptional vision, Johnny Depp has indeed made Jack Sparrow arguably the greatest Disney character of all time. He is a perfect mixture of comedian and a cold-blooded pirate. Jack's character sort of boasts elements of kindness, cunningness, cleverness, and funniness. The way he walks, the way he talks, the way he acts and thinks are all very pirate-like. I mean, transitions from a completely selfish, ruthless pirate to one who thinks of others, all while maintaining his sort of bad boy pirate attitude. He is, and always will be, the beating heart of this franchise. And that's why Disney would be really, really foolish to not officially reprise him as that iconic character that we have all fallen in love with from the very beginning. The guy embodies the character. I mean, he's named his son after this character. I mean, he's even tattooed Jack on his top left-hand shoulder. I mean, this is a big part of his life and always have been, and I mean, it always will be. And that's why someone as eccentric as Jack, and to take that sort of away from the franchise for any future or upcoming films will be a complete and utter detriment to not only the franchise, but also to Johnny Depp. You keep him, it's a win-win, not only for Depp, not only for the fans, but also for Disney. You take him out, and if you keep him out, that is a problem for Disney, financially, Depp, for his legacy, and for the fans that have fallen in love with such an iconic movie character. Thank you everybody for watching today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you very soon. See you later.
Oh, Teddy!